Holding space is about showing up authentically and creating safety in the moments that matter most. From parenting littles to navigating friendships and partnerships, I reframe tantrums, conflicts, and messy feelings as invitations to connection. I'm Julia Clark, a psychotherapist and play therapist with over 30 years of experience walking alongside children, families, and the people who care for them. Each episode explores the building blocks of emotional literacy, co-regulation, and boundaries, while honoring the intergenerational stories we carry within. Blending science with lived wisdom, I believe growth is playful, healing is possible, and we are all learning together. Hi, I'm Julia, and together we're holding space. Today, I want to gently challenge a common belief that in order for healing to happen, children need to talk about their feelings. And the truth is, children don't need to talk to heal. Most of what children experience emotionally is processed through their bodies and through play, not through words. Why is that? Because the part of the brain responsible for language, especially emotional language, is still developing in early childhood. When children feel overwhelmed or dysregulated, language often shuts down and the body takes over. This is why when a child is upset, they might freeze, run, yell, or melt into tears instead of calmly explaining what's wrong. As adults, we're often tempted to say, "Please use your words, tell me what's wrong." But in those moments, they can't. Their nervous system is flooded, and they need to express their experience in the ways most natural to them. That's where play comes in. That's where movement, art, sand, rhythm, and repetition become their language. Play is how children process big feelings, explore confusing experiences, and integrate what is far too complex for words. When we hold space for their play, we're allowing their body and nervous system to work through what they need to in their own time, at their own pace. What this looks like in action. Let's say a child has experienced a recent loss. They didn't mention it in session. They didn't bring it up with words. But they head to the dollhouse, and every week they play out a scene where someone leaves and someone else cries. They repeat this again and again. And through this repetition, this nonverbal expression, their body is processing the grief. I don't need to make them talk about it. I don't need to ask, is this about your grandparent? I simply witness, reflect, hold space. Healing is happening, even without the words. Take a breath with me now. Inhale. Exhale. Now think of your own childhood for a moment, when something felt big inside of you. Did you always have the words for it? Or did you move, draw, or play it out in ways that felt safe? And even as an adult, think of a time when you were overwhelmed, stressed, or flooded with emotion. Did you find it easy to explain what was happening? Or did the words seem far away as your body carried the intensity of the experience? Children are not miniature adults, but in this way, they show us something true about being human. When we are dysregulated, language shuts down for all of us. Bringing this into parenting. If your child struggles to talk about it, remember, silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. Play is processing. Repetition is integration. Presence is enough. If your child lines up toys, plays out scenes, or draws the same picture repeatedly, they may be working through something. You don't need to interpret it or ask them to explain. Instead, you might reflect softly. You're building that tower again. It's important for you to line everything up like that. Or, you're drawing a lot of circles today. This tells your child, I see you. I'm here. Your play matters. Healing does not require words. Children and adults can and do heal through doing, through moving, and through expressing without language when they feel safe, seen, and accepted. So, if you've ever found yourself speechless in grief, or struggling to explain yourself in the heat of anger or overwhelm, you already know what children show us in the playroom. That presence matters more than words. Your calm, steady presence is what makes the difference. This is part of our Holding Space series, where we're learning to listen not just with our ears, but with our whole presence. Episodes 10 through 12 have been about the foundation of play, understanding non-directive play therapy, what makes play therapeutic, and why children don't need words to heal. Together, these form the first building block of our journey inside the playroom. Next, we'll begin exploring symbols, stories, and meaning in play, how children's inner worlds emerge through metaphor, repetition, and the intentional design of the playroom itself. Thank you for being here and for holding space with me. If the content of this podcast really resonated with you and you'd like to go even deeper, I'd love to invite you to step into this work more fully. Beyond the podcast, there are many ways that we can connect. Individual therapy for your child, parent coaching or support for yourself, and deeper I Am sessions that explore intergenerational patterns. Additionally, I also offer webinar workshops and weekend retreats for parents, classes, intensive trainings and supervision for therapists, and large group presentations for educators or school presentations. Each are designed to help us hold space for the next generation of children in safe, attuned, and meaningful ways. You can learn more and explore what fits best for you at clarity.family.